The crew worldwide, from Cali to Twitter, real hardcore fans, boxing ass niggas, consistency cops, police the views, we'll pull up receipts for any debate you choose. Shout outs to Clan Archie for the dope production. Ring Gang stay with the best discussions. Ring Gang Radio.
I will give my basic things about the main fight of Spence Porter. Spence, on paper, should be able to handle Porter no issue. But the thing about Porter is, he is so skilled at making things ugly as shit. You even heard it. Sounds like Push T. Ugh. Yeah, right there. You hear Push T. Yeah, I'm right there. Like, here's the thing. The best way to describe Porter. When Porter wants to, he acts like a guy who's like, "Yo, you taking my girl?" Just gets in your face. That's what he does. That's what his big strength is. You don't know why, but he's in your face.
You talking to my girl boxing level.
Exactly. Like, why trying to be smart, nigga?
You looking at my girl? So big face. What you think about this main event? And I'm gonna just leave a simple question. I'm not gonna PJ it.
I apologize.
And contingencies. like we know you said you would pay for this pay-per-view. It's a solid card, and it is. We agree with you on that. But as far as the main event, how you feel about this fight, and who you favoring, who you picking?
Well, I'm picking Spence, but you hear all these guys, read all these articles. Everybody just thinks he's gonna go in there and wash Porter. I think we'll see Errol Spence in the toughest fight that we have ever seen him in. I think Shawn Porter will test him. I think he's going to have to test him. He's going to have to be that Andre Berto Porter. He's going to have to be that Paulie Malignaggi Porter, where to give himself a chance, he's going to have to try to rough Spence up. He says he's going to make him uncomfortable. He's going to have to do that, because if he tries to pull that shit that he did with Ugas or what he did with Danny Garcia, I think Spence will box circles around him. You know what I mean?
You mean the bipolar boxing?
Yeah.
Well, you don't know if he wants to play football or box.
Exactly.
No, the way
he wants to bum rush you.
The way I knew it was that hill. He says like, "Yo, what he did against Ugas, everybody knows like Porter was doing something weird. Nobody knew what he was doing."
And
he was trying to box the Cuban, which is probably for him like the wrong strategy.
So I'm interested to see how Spence deals with that rough and tough Porter. I'm interested to see how he deals with it.
Do you think he's gonna be aggressive, like the natural Spence we're used to seeing, or you think we're gonna see like, well, I'm scared of being hit by right hand counter, so let me do my back foot boxing Spence?
Nah, I think we're gonna see that seek and destroy Spence. The way he's talking anyway, he keeps talking this knockout shit.
He better. Damn.
Yeah. I know he wanted
The one thing that I liked about him, even leading up to like when he did that, even though it was a boring-ish fight with Garcia, he said like, "Yo, I pay attention to that shit." To me, I'm like, you know what? That's a sign of like, the guy wants to hurt you. But it does not say what will you do when you're on the plate. Because the thing is, like, I talk to a lot of people, even for the guys I train for fights. It's like I tell you a lot of people, like, even guys who I know who are like super good at fighting. There's this one kid I work with. He's terrible at sparring. When he fights, he's a monster. He literally is like a mini Inoue. But when you get him to the gym, he looks terrible. He looks terrible as shit. But otherwise, like, you gotta just understand how do people mentally feel. So that's why when people say like, "Oh, you know how good to feel the fight," I'm like, when somebody goes out of the way to say it, I'm like, you're not confident. In my head, I'm like, you're not confident. Because if you're confident enough, it doesn't mean you gotta be like, "Yo, I'm out there about there." Be like, you know what you can and cannot do, so that means you don't need to talk about it. In my head means like, if you know what you're gonna do, don't talk about it. Unless you legit hate somebody.
And that's Porter. I mean, Porter right now is, I know, and of course, if you listen to my prediction video, you know what I mean, because I put together some bars about it,
Hey, Pat, you just saying about this right now, you gotta let them know where can they get it. Where they can get your info, we can get your opinion. Say it again.
Yes, you can hear my opinion on the Instagram. That's the post I put out there last night. I put my prediction video on there, and one of the things I say in my rhymes is basically, Porter has been getting like stunned left and right by Spence. He is pissed. You see him, he's trying not. I mean, he can't really shit talk really properly. So he's just steaming because you don't have his father's shit talk for him. So he's just in the gym grinding. You just see him working on stuff all the time. And Spence is confident. Spence is out there with his shirt off and whatnot, sparring. All people saying, "Oh shit, Spence about to do some work in this fight." And I honestly think that's going to happen. Spence. Because I've told you guys before, I don't think Porter is long for 147. Porter has been struggling to make 147, and he's a short motherfucker too. So saying this is kind of weird, but he's struggled to make 147, and most likely he's gonna struggle to make 147 for this fight. And I think the combination of that and the physicality of Spence's fighting, I honestly think will be a war of attrition, and I do think Spence will end up breaking Porter down in this fight. Am I alone in that?
I agree with you perfectly, 100%.
So a knockout breakdown he goes to the end, he hears the final bell.
I agree with LB. No, I agree with LB the exact same way.
If it's not a knockout, you're gonna see Porter basically trying to survive. If Porter comes to fight, I think he'll get stopped late.
I disagree.
Wow. Yeah, yo, King P, set him straight, man.
I disagree.
Put it on.
The one thing that I will say about Porter, even though I hate his style, it agitates me to shit. The one thing I will say is that he is very tough. We've seen him take people's best shots, and he can get hurt, but he's durable. He's mentally and physically tough with his chin. He has a good chin. He's taken some of the shots that he took against both Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia. Those were shots that would really hit you on your ass, and he ate them shots. So I think that he's mentally and physically very durable. So I think Spence will hurt him. I think Spence he'll be there to be hit by Spence, but I think that he'll see the final bell. I could be wrong, but I think that he'll see the bell, and it's also
agreed.
And here's the thing, also. And I'm not saying this to throw shade at fans. I'm just stating facts. The one thing that I always say is, when you get to a higher level of competition, like I told you before, it's easy to knock out guys, that are below your level. And we've seen him just destroy people like the Ocampos and the poor, the guys that are clearly below his level. But
right.
You get to a higher level where you're fighting the best of the best, it's really hard to stop those guys. And you have to really work for it. And I think he's going to try to work for it. But you look at when he fought Kell Brook and he stopped him. Think about that. Kell Brook went the 11th round. He got the stoppage, and that's because Kell Brook decided that he quit. Now, I'm not going to. I understand that Kell, he hurt his eye. I'm not blaming him for that. I'm not trying to throw shade at him. What I'm trying to say was, had he decided in his head, I'm going to finish this fight, he would have finished this fight because he was basically there. He quit. Then you have Mikey that. We saw Mikey, he didn't get stopped, and I don't believe he carried him. I do believe he definitely did, outbox the shit out of him. You could say maybe he carried him
Nah, Spence made a push late to try to get Mikey out, but he couldn't put his foot on the gas any harder. But one thing I'll say, he was putting hands on Garcia, but he wasn't digging them shots in like he was with Peterson. Yeah. He was touching Garcia.
And one thing, Porter is used to being the bully. He's used to being the aggressive fighter coming at you. We never seen Porter face a guy who's gonna pursue him, who's gonna be aggressive towards him. Can he handle that? Can he handle that mentally? for an entire fight. That's
Well,
my thing.
Granados, if you remember, Adrian Granados did come at Porter aggressively, and he was jabbing.
That's because Porter hurt his head. If Porter didn't hurt his head, he would have got Granados.
But that was like in the middle of the fight though, like the first 4 rounds, like he was fucking Porter up with the jab and pushing him back. So
Lab on me real quick, because I'm scouting the show.
But I do feel what you're saying.
About Smith, or are we talking about Porter? Which one are we talking about?
What do you mean? It's a combination of both. Like I think
I know, but I think it's like the way the conversation is going, it's hard to keep track of.
I think Spence is going to try to get him out of there. And I think he's going to punish him. I think Porter's going to definitely take a beating, but I think he's going to see the final bell because Porter has it in his mind. He's mentally tough that he's going to go out on his shield and he's going to want to see the final bell. Like I think Spence is going to put a punishing on him, but unless his dad throws in the towel, I just don't see him being physically stopped. You know what I'm saying? He put all that.
I don't even see that. Like niggas keep saying this beating. Like Shawn Porter is strong. Like this little
I agree.
Wolverine honey badger ass nigga. Like
no, he's strong, but Spence is also strong. See the thing,
tough and durable. This ain't Canelo Kovalev. You know, this ain't no cherry picking shit. Like Porter is in his prime. He doesn't have a Golovkin loss. He's not coming up from lightweight. You know, hasn't been knocked out. You know, he's in his prime and he's ready for that work, man. Like I don't see him. Like one thing niggas just talking about this whole beating up Spence doing. It's gonna be different when you trying to beat up a nigga that's mauling you, that's hanging on you, in close, fighting dirty. His forearms, his head on your shoulder and your forehead. He tired, and you still gonna try to work punches and combinations. Like I don't see this damn beat down. Like honestly, I see like a Spence split decision.
Wait for a second. Everybody, wait for a second.
What?
I was just saying, everybody, wait for a second. Because, like, we pretty much done an entire episode's worth. But I'm just saying. But remember what Worldwide was telling us? Is like, yo, we built in those categories. No issue. We're doing that right now.
Hold on, what, man? Look, nigga, you be interrupting, like, the flow with some random parables. I'm like, hold on. What? This nigga's like, think outside the boxing glove. And the boxing glove will become you.
Shut up
like,
and listen to what I'm saying. No, what I'm saying is like, hey, Big Faces.
Yeah, I'm here.
You know what we say, like, what we were doing before we made the episode? We say that we just talk about random shit and everything like that.
Yeah.
We're literally in the middle of it right now. That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
Nigga, we talk about Porter Spence. I'm talking about how Porter isn't gonna take the epic beat down that.
No, give me a second. What I'm saying, it's like what I said. Like it just is because like we're talking about what we care about. But the thing is that what we do naturally is what he was saying earlier. Hey, we still got really, really good if we try to do. What was the way you saying again?
I forget what I said.
Drunk?
Dude, like this nigga is gone, like, bruh. You fucking lit. Like, you smizzed, my nigga. You twisted, you gone, like, you all of that shit right now. I'm like, what the fuck
I know I am.
talking about?
But LB,
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying.
Yo, we gonna come and take the damn Tito's vodka from your ass, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
but
If I'm available.
check it like this, LP. As when it comes to like with the Spence thing, when I say just like taking a beating, I'm talking about like it's not going to be a one-sided beatdown. I'm just going to say that Porter's going to take a lot of shots because all the things that the thing with Porter is all of the qualities that Porter has, Spence has too. Like as far as fighting style, and I feel like he does Porter's game better than Porter.
he does a technical version of Porter.
Physically stronger. I
don't know if Porter. I don't know if Spence is physically stronger than Porter. That's what we're gonna find out. From the look of it, I don't think so.
I think I also think he works better. Like the mauling won't work. I don't think it will work as well for Spence against Spence, because Spence on the inside I think is better. He works better on the inside.
It all depends on how the fight goes.
Porter smothers his own work. He mauls, but he's ineffective most of the time.
But that shit still tire niggas out though. Like for some reason, it's like, look. When Porter's doing his mauling shit, like you'll see his health meter go down a little bit, and you're like, damn, what the fuck is he doing? But the other guy's health meter is going down way more, and you're like, shit, he's draining this nigga with this stupid shit. And then that's how he starts sneaking in those overhand rights. Remember, Pat, I'm the one who I predicted Porter would knock out Paulie Malignaggi.
Yeah, I mean,
how many niggas were stopping Malignaggi after that?
No, to me, I thought it was obvious.
Nigga, you ain't say it though. Shit. Let me have my Pat Salito moment. God damn.
I was just gonna say that.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just thinking it's one part of the eye test, but otherwise, no. Like, if you did not think what LB was thinking, you're wrong.
The only thing I think he's done.
I do think that the mauling will help a little bit, because the one thing I said about Spence is, like a lot of fighters, a lot of pressure fighters, he looks great when he's going forward, but going backwards, he looks like a completely different fighter. So it's going to be interesting to see how.
Okay, so my question is like, the other guys, how do they look different coming forward, or? I'm just kind of curious about it, because everyone says like, "Oh, this guy's a different fighter." I want to know more.
I mean, like, just going backwards, fighting, like, it's different when you're fighting backwards. Like, he's gonna try to. I think that he'll try to use the jab to keep him like off of him when Porter's going forward and taking steps back. But I don't. He doesn't look as good. He doesn't look as good.
But I mean, that's how he beat Garcia. But Garcia, a different animal. Garcia
doesn't have those qualities that
Porter presents.
Yeah, so it's not.
So that's the thing. Like, I feel like if Spence tries to do this back foot boxing shit, he's gonna get the impression that he's running from Porter.
He can't do back foot boxing. He needs, like, the one thing I've noticed about Spence is the one thing that I say, like, his weakness is, quote unquote, not really weak, but like the flaw or whatever you want to call it, is that he has to be set. His feet have to be set when he's throwing. If he's not set, he doesn't really throw. Like, he can't really move while punching.
Yeah, that's very true. Because it's basically true, because it's like when he has to do that, it's like he's like stuck in mud, and it's kind of it's kind of odd that he can't do that. But like I say, it could be a flaw that Porter exploits. Doubt it, but hey,
yeah, but the thing is, like, even though it's clearly obvious, I guess, because you're saying, like, you see the brick walls, what's stopping you guys? Why not give a bit more info? Give a bit more info. I'm just saying, like, just let people know. Because a lot of times there are people like, oh, because a lot of people like, get like, oh, the coach can't do this. I'm like, what's stopping them?
PJ is drunkenness is killing me.
Yo, this nigga gone. Like the drunken.
No, I just heard I'm stopped because of XYZ. So I'm like, explain what XYZ is.
Even this nigga voice sounded slurred. Nigga sounded like Brandon Rios in this bitch. Like, god damn, like, dude.
And fight me.
Oh man.
You need to drink some water.
But nah, I see this as a real good fight. I want to say Spence. I give him the fight like 60-40. As far as a favorite, like, he's in there with a real guy, real boxer. Whether he goes forward or backwards, it all depends on the jab. I feel like if Porter gets his jab off first and they start a jabbing contest, I feel like that might put Spence back a little. The thing is, I don't feel like he should try to outbox, like try to do that back foot boxing with Porter, because I feel like Porter got the better footwork and he can cut off the ring and he can really get at Spence that way. Whereas Spence is better off, I think, pushing Porter back and making him retreat and kind of make him, because Porter doesn't fight good backing up.
Yeah,
No, he doesn't.
He wants you to fucking fall into him, and then he clinches and inside work you. So it's better for Spence to back him up. So that's how I look at it. If Spence backs Porter up, we can have like a classic fight, and it'll be real good. If it's Porter backing up Spence, I feel like we'll have a solid fight, but it might be a controversial fight. Like it might be where.
Because the Spence fans, they've been popping up out of nowhere. So
Sands, Billy Floyd Sands. Don't get me started on this bullshit. That's my trigger.
Yeah, because they've been on it. They've been on with some shit that they've been talking about. With Spence can do this, Spence can do that. Spence cannot do everything. The nigga's not Superman. So if Porter is backing up Spence, I'm and I hear about it, I'm gonna laugh my ass about it. And then of course when I eventually do see it, I'm gonna laugh my ass even more. Oh man, but yeah, I definitely right now. I mean, Spence, to me, if he wants to be seen, I don't see him as a pound for pound like top 10 or anything like that. Because simply, he just hasn't done anything enough for me yet. But if he beats Porter, then yes, this is then yes, I can accept that. Okay, he's top 10. He gets 2 belts in the division. He beat a fellow champion. I'll be more than happy to go along with it.
Yeah, but he has to beat Porter, and it has to be a clear, dominant win. Like, it got to be an 8-4, even if it's a strong, clear 7-5. It's cool, but it can't be no up in the air type of fight. Could go either way. 6 rounds. Can't be no shit like that.
Yeah, no.
Because then it'll just justify. We're all gonna just say, look, man, y'all was overrating Spence. Because now he finally fought someone on his level, and he just showed that he's just as good as everybody else at damn welterweight at the top 5.
Exactly.
Instead, niggas was trying to make him number 1 and shit.
Now, on the flip side, if Porter somehow wins this fight, then yeah, you can definitely put him in the top 10 because he's putting enough work at the welterweight division.
Yeah, it's definitely top 10 pound for pound for Porter. You're looking at Danny Garcia, then you guys, and then Spence. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, he would definitely have earned the fight on top of getting the 2 belts. So,
with all the hype, that might be fighter of the year if depending if how Canelo Kovalev goes.
Yeah, of course, yeah. It'll be a very short list, but Porter will definitely find himself on one of them. Should he actually win this fight? The rewards will be great. I'm sounding like a fucking Spartacus show episode.
Plenty will be the reward. Put glove to purpose.
Oh, that show is classic.
Put jab to purpose. That's what need to fucking happen. Because if these niggas don't jab, like, that fight gonna be hard for whoever don't jab.
Right, and but of course, I wouldn't mind though if we see like a Thurman Porter type of fight, with both of them just like going at it from the opening bell. I wouldn't mind seeing that. And of course, the pay-per-view fans, the ones that paying $75 to watch it at home won't mind, or the ones paying $13 to $20 in the movie theater, the sure as hell wouldn't mind.
The ones who bought that damn Spence Garcia bullshit ass card wouldn't mind.
Facts.
Niggas are like, oh, okay, so this is what we're supposed to get. Like welterweight's actually trying to knock somebody out. Cause real shit. Let's not act like Porter ain't catch Spence in a lie. With that whole when talking about he ain't want to knock out Mikey Garcia.
Yeah. He did.
Called that bullshit. That bullshit.
Yeah, no. I never heard so many people. Like, he was out boxing Garcia. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
No one pays money to see a big bad boogeyman welterweight outbox a fucking lightweight.
Yeah. Yeah, like
No
niggas,
one
like,
does.
Niggas,
No one.
yeah, niggas telling themselves when they start saying that bullshit. I'm like, it's like, yeah, you're just a fanboy. Like, if you believe that, then you're just a fucking fanboy. And it was so fucking stupid. It was to the point where I was like, you know what? I want Spence to get knocked out, by fucking Porter. Niggas gonna be saying stupid shit like that.
I feel like we gonna get a controversial fight where it's gonna be good, back and forth, and we're gonna come away saying Porter won the event and Spence was overrated. But the real niggas out there, the cats who, ring gang niggas who know, they're gonna be like, like, yes, and this was the guy that was better than Thurman, you say? That's all I'ma say. I'ma just have my little teacup with my pinky finger out, twirling my fucking braid, talking about, oh, this was the nigga that was scaring everybody. This is the guy that beat up Broner in headgear in the sparring. This is the guy who put a black eye on Mayweather.
The guy who beat up Charlos in sparring.
Like, yeah, don't get me fucking started. Like,
yeah.
And I fuck with Spence. I like his style, but y'all niggas is going overboard with dude now.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why. I mean, although I'm anticipating the fight, I don't like talking about the fight. It will certain people because like some of these niggas just go overboard with the shit. I'm like, Spence hasn't done a whole lot to even to warrant this conversation. Like, y'all just need to chill and let the man improve at least, do something,
And they trying to make him a big pay-per-view star. That's what they doing. Like they really trying to put the extra seasoning and the force behind this dude. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just, let the work speak for itself, though.
Right,
for the promos and all the extra shit. Yeah, that's all that Hollywood shit. To you want good marketing and promo, but let the fight speak for itself.
Yeah, exactly. Don't give me no shit about fucking Leonard Bundu or any shit like that, nigga, or a Campo who was actually winning the fuck around before you got stopped. Don't give me those. Don't tell me no other bullshit. Don't tell me shit about fucking Lamont Peterson. And of course, when I tell niggas that, oh well, Lucas put him away earlier and in a fresher version earlier, niggas don't want to hear that. It was like, well.
No, I mean, Spence get credit for it.
What's that?
Spence definitely get credit for the Peterson win. That's a good solid win. And he dominated, Cause remember, just to show the class, remember Yippin that's having fight of the year with Peterson.
Yeah, definitely.
So you see the class there, but Matisse and Spence got a similar come forward style. And one guy got that shit out of there,
yeah, exactly.
A lot quicker than the other.
A lot quicker, yeah.
A prime version.
Yeah, in fact. So it's just like, y'all just need to chill. Let Spence have time to build. Like the other prospects don't even get this type of hype. Just let him build a little bit. Let him actually win some of these damn fights. And
because he ain't the power puncher that niggas think he is, man. He hit hard, he got power, but it's the placement and it's his overall punching that's great. He deflates you, he works the body, he pressures you.
No, I said, yeah, that's true. He's not like this big puncher that people think he is.
Yeah, no, he is not. It's just like he overwhelms people, but yeah, he's not a one shot unless for a rare occasion.
He gets better results because he, it's like the whole Golovkin approach, like the systematic beatdown. Come down, come behind the jab, pressure you, body shots, and then lights you up with hooks and mid range gets you out of there, like. But even then, I think Golovkin got more one-punch power for his division than a guy like Spence has for his division.
Yeah.
But compared to everybody else at welterweight, Spence just put his punches better. He put his punches together a lot better. And that's how he really gets the knockouts.
Right. Exactly.
Like the way Garcia beat Granados is how Spence fights 80% of the time. Just to put it in perspective.
You're right.
Facts.
So of course you're gonna get the knockout then, but let's see what happens when you gotta do that against a real welterweight who ain't coming from lightweight, who ain't got one half of his face, two face broke up, you know what I mean? No shit like that. So, that's why I fucks with this fight, but I'm saying Spence, controversial maybe, but split decision.
And P, what do you say?
I say Spence by unanimous decision. I think it's going to be a competitive fight, but I think it's going to be a clear Spence win, with Porter having some success here and there.
How many rounds? How many rounds do you think Porter win?
I'll give Porter 3 or 4 rounds.
3 or 4 rounds. Okay.
I'll say
PJ.
3. And PJ just refused.
No, he's better. He's probably
Bottle KO'd his ass.
and then, like I said before, I mean, I do think that Spence will break Porter down late. It's a submission, to quote my bar. But
you calling the knockout? Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling it either 11th or 12th round knockout.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not like I'm calling a fucking 2 or 3 rounds. I feel like some of these niggas out here. I'm saying that Spence is gonna have to work for that shit.
Yeah, Spence is gonna have to work for it regardless, but he's gonna do some hella work and to get a knockout. Like I just don't see that happening. Like Porter chin is certified. Like he didn't fought so many people. Like, but Spence do put punches together. But I don't know, man. Like, wow.
That's what makes this a intriguing fight. That's what people want to see. Like, you have that's how it should be. 2 top welterweight champions at that in the ring to seeing who's best. That's how it should always be.
You think they're gonna top Pacquiao Thurman?
No, only because I felt like Pacquiao being 40 and having multiple wars, being able to do that to a young prime welterweight in a fight like that. That's. I mean, there's nothing inspiring on that level for either one.
No, I'm saying like, can the fight be better? Could they make for a more exciting fight than Thurman Pacquiao, which is pretty much a top 10 fight of the year this year, really?
Oh, top 10, shit, nigga, top 3.
Yeah, top 3. Because you got niggas out here like, nah, but you got this fight, that fight. So I'm like, okay, like.
Yeah,
I know. To me, it's like it's top 5, top 3, like definitely.
Yeah, no, it definitely. Potential, yeah, their styles should mesh the way that you can have those type of expectations. I would have them too. Like, let's say it's not like us. Like, I mean, Porter will not. One thing that Porter will not do is struggle against someone who can hurt him, and that's what I think Spence will do. Will hurt him. Porter's not going to do what he's going to walk through Spence's shots. That's just my feeling on it. And
okay.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, we'll just have to wait until Saturday night, or in my case, early Sunday morning, to see the fight. But
don't worry, I ruined it by texting the shit out of you when everything going down. I'm like, yo, this nigga elbowed Porter. He got super frustrated. No.
Yeah, it's for listeners that I have a function going to on that night, so it's not one of those functions where I can like hold myself away and watch on a laptop or even on a computer or nothing like that. I have to, participate in things. So, yeah,
kidnap your ass.
Yeah, so most likely I will be up probably in like early Sunday morning catching up on fights. That is the fights that probably LB tells me
like
that
a fucking fiend, nigga. You could be in the damn bathtub with a damn laptop, tweaking at the screen.
Yeah, man. Shit is real, man. That's how it is. That's how it is with boxing, man. Boxing niggas, man. That's what we do. So, yeah. I mean, we are looking forward to that, and I think that'll be a perfect place to stop for the night. We've had a lot to say. Some more than others. Some are, like our esteemed colleague PJ. he might have just passed out by now.
I think he did.
Facts. So and I know my man Big Faces Worldwide. He had to, we appreciate him joining us on our show. So he had to bone out too, and we'll definitely have him on the show again in the near future, or vice versa. We go on his show. Like let's say you can find him on YouTube. I think that's where YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and all that. Big Faces Worldwide, man. That dude is official. We co-sign him, then you co-sign him. Real talk.
Yeah, he official. Real talk. Ring gang.
Yeah. So, King P, man, do you have any final thoughts?
Man, you already know. Long live boxing. Long live Ring Gang. Subscribe and follow to all the social media. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You know the drill.
Hey, yes we do, man. LB, man, you have any final thoughts?
You know what it do. I'm gonna just say, rewind back what King P said, and that's what I'm saying. I just hope we have a good weekend of boxing coming up. We gonna have some other shit out for y'all. Hopefully some bars and boxing out there. We're working on a new video. So shout out to Ring Gang TV, my man Prolific. UK. So we definitely always cooking up something. Should have a Forgotten Fade article on its way. Should get some training videos gonna be. They in the process of being worked on. We always bubbling with some shit. So stay on the lookout for that. Subscribe, like this video, rate this shit 5 stars, nigga, like you in a hotel for boxing. And every room got a TV and a podcast, and niggas is like, oh shit, like boxing. That's it. And Gold Artist, Shutterworth. It's just available on Spotify, all that shit, iTunes, Google Play, streaming platforms. Y'all check that out and y'all vibe to that shit. That's it.
Yeah, real talk. And then myself, the Forgotten Phase. Forgotten Phase article. Yes, I am working on that. Though, just have to narrow it down to the right fight, which I think I managed to do. So yeah, look out for that. And then also too, I am working on a prediction video. Well, it won't be the full bars. It'll just be, give y'all half a verse for Triple G Derechanchenko, which will probably debut.
What? No. Triple G don't get a full verse, but Porter and you hate Porter that much, bro. This nigga said, "Fuck it, Spence gonna knock him out." Yes, yeah. Jab, 1, 2, mic check. Spence about to get wrecked. No, I mean Porter, check. Yeah, hooks on deck. Southpaw, too raw. Like, dude, but Golovkin out here doing prime boxing exhibitions on niggas, and it's like, yes, I'll dedicate 4 bars to him.
No, it's not.
With your squad and your 17 points on your table.
It's not hate though. I mean, like I said, cause, I started writing it to different beats, different flows, or whatever. But it'll I say I don't want to reveal the beats, but the rhymes are there, and sometime this week, I will start recording because it'll be one of those half me talking type of things. But it'll still be fire, still be dope, as always.
Oh,
so yeah.
Fake ass Biggie, I got a story to tell ass nigga. You gonna rap the prediction, then you gonna tell us afterwards?
No, I'm not gonna rap the prediction.
Oh man, no, I'm fucking with you. Damn, that might be the new wave though. I mean, y'all niggas don't bite.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
so I already downloading this shit. Like, yeah, man, I'm gonna rap the prediction and then tell it.
Yeah, I mean, I already had an article get copied by by an established media, a media promotional outlet, You know, so yeah, y'all need to be original, man. What I write is
them niggas charging for the article.
facts. You know what I mean? So
We bringing that shit to you for free.
Yeah, we giving you this piff for nothing. Like,
so,
Like,
yeah, y'all,
we're giving you the work. The other niggas like, nah, man. See, we can't co-sign this shit. Nah, can't get you on consignment, bro. You gotta bring the suitcase. We don't even want the suitcase. We up here like, look here, Poppy. It's all here. It's here, there. It's everywhere. Look here.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, and just if you're gonna buy my shit, at least let people know where you got the shit from.
Yeah, yes. Say you were inspired or something.
Yeah.
Don't act like you was in the studio spitting the verse and there was some nigga outside there ad-libbing all that shit.
Right, and then changing some words around, changing the title around.
We out here giving you reference tracks and shit like we Barry White. Like, the fuck out of here.
Oh,
Niggas
man.
get a whole. Niggas even took the whole fucking boxer, one of the boxers from the article name. Like, that even lets you know. I ain't gonna put their name out there, but I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's too much of a coincidence, especially it's way too much of a coincidence.
ain't no goddamn coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, damn, man, y'all say y'all boxing fans, y'all gotta prove it, man, but you can't, cause you can't just matrix this shit. You can't fucking just put a microchip in your back of your head and upload upload a whole bunch of boxing memories and fights into your brain and shit.
Right.
Ain't no part-time boxing fandom.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's part-time boxers, no part-time boxing fans.
Facts.
So you can't just upload this shit like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna listen to a few Ring Gang podcasts and then, bust out a few articles and shit. Nah, nigga, you can't. You know what I mean? Yeah, we inspire you, but don't fake the fucking fun.
Exactly.
Niggas biting and shit. Fuck out of here.
I'm saying,
put y'all niggas on blast next time.
Yeah, right. If I stand an example. But definitely though, I'm working on those two things and working on some other things down the pike. And like I said, like, subscribe, give us 5 stars on any of the platforms you choose to listen to our podcast on, man. And like I said, follow, show love, you know what I mean? Because we love our fans, and like I said, definitely engage us. We are definitely open, man. Like I said, the website, visit the website, the Instagram, Twitter, all that. You know what I mean? So so for myself, Patscorpio representative. For my man LB, Shutterworth da Gawd, for King P, Bodega P. This has been another episode of Real Talk. Of course, for PJ and my man, my man BigFacesWorldwide. It's been another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, the shit's real. We talk about it. So, until next time, peace.